Hello, welcome to Power English for Foreign Execs. I'm Deanne. Good to see you again. As the title says, we're going to talk about 10 American slangs. And this is the final part of the series of a total of 30 slang words or phrases that I wanted to share with you. There are so many American slangs I couldn't possibly, or however many videos that I do, to be able to give you all of them. But I just wanted to highlight about 30 of them. And so today is part three, the end of the three-part series. So slangs. Slangs are phrases or words that we use informally, not necessarily professionally, not in a speech or a presentation that you're going to be doing at the office, but certainly in conversation. And it's to be able for you to hear them and understand them, but also it's important for you to be able to use them on your own, and to use them comfortably and to use them confidently. So the final 10, well, before I do that, let me just say that Power English, the way that I perceive it, is that it's the effective use of English words, phrases, idioms, um, using and understanding cultural nuance and awareness of the American marketplace and also the American workplace. Um, as you move in your career in an American-based business, either in your home country or here in the United States, where I am, you want to be able to be confident or to grow in confidence or improve your fluency in understanding not only standard English and idioms, but also slangs. So here are the 10, and they are croak, yes, croak, dope, crash, gig, chicken, moolah, outta, tight, zillion. Okay, so the first one, pro. Pro is just the abbreviation of the word professional, and it's being a professional in any work or job. So she is a professional in writing speeches. You are a pro in golf, or someone is a pro in singing or doing comedy or acting. So it just means professional. The next one is croak, which means to die or died. It is when someone dies, you may say someone passed or passed away, which is a very nice way of saying someone died because it just sounds so finite, and it is. But when you say croak, it's a very casual way of treating someone's passing. So she croaked at the age of 95. Um, he croaked on his way to the hospital in the ambulance, taking him to the hospital. He croaked. Uh, it's not a word that I would use all the time. I would be more comfortable using the phrase passed or passed away. But someone else may just say he or she croaked. And I, by the way, I will put the resource that I used in finding most of these slangs, and they're very, very easy to find. There is a website for English as a second language, and I'll put the resource down there. You can check out all the idioms that they have there, and it still won't be all the idioms of the English language. The next one is dope, D-O-P-E. Now, dope has uh, two definitions. Dope could mean fantastic or great or cool, like someone attended a concert and they say that concert was dope, or the way someone dressed was cool, like, his designer suit was dope. And that's one definition. The other one is to say someone is stupid or their behavior is stupid. They're kind of socially awkward, or the remark was, a very dope remark. So if someone said something like berating another coworker, and the other coworkers heard that and they said, that was a really dope remark, or you're a dope for saying stuff like that. It just wasn't necessary for you to talk about somebody else's relatives or parents or in-laws or spouse in a negative way. That you were dope for doing that, especially in front of all of us during lunch. You're a dope for doing that. Okay. The next one, crash, means to sleep. And it's not just sleep. It means that you were so exhausted, you were not able to either get to your regular place of going to sleep, like at your home. So you may have arrived late in town and you were not able to get a room at a hotel. So you had to crash at your friend's house, so you slept there because you were exhausted. So it has to do with a combination of sleep and exhaustion. Or you went out to a party and you were drinking so much you were not able to drive home, so you crashed at a local hotel, or you crashed at a friend's house, or something like that. The next one is gig, G-I-G, gig, which means a job or work. But when you use it, it's really relating more to someone's performance. So, for example, so if someone is going to be performing at a nightclub, at a jazz club, at a piano bar club, for example, and it's in a either short quartet or trio or solo, they could say, or they would say, I have a gig this weekend, so if you'd like to come and hear me, you're invited. And for that you could say that. But if you are performing at the in the Philharmonic Orchestra, you really wouldn't say I have a gig. You just say I'll be performing at the Philharmonic this weekend. So I hope that you can make it. So that could be a gig. And gig could also deal with theatrical performance. So if you're performing in a local theater or you're going to be in film, just say, I have a gig. It's coming up in the fall or in the winter, in the spring. And, it's going to be shown at, different theaters, or you're going to be doing a play or something like that. So therefore, you can use the word gig in that. So that's the first five. If you are enjoying this and you're learning some new things today and from this channel in general, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the like button and make a comment, short or long. Doesn't matter. I'm glad to hear what you have to say. So if you're also interested in having one-on-one conversation with me about career coaching for you as the CEO of your career and want to know how to deal with challenging work issues or how to prepare a really strong presentation or career information, you can contact me at the contact information in the description box, and I'd be glad to talk with you. Okay, let's move on. The next one, oh, this is an interesting one for me anyway, is chicken. Chicken means, in this sense, as a slang, it means cowardly. So you could say, when my friend, my coworker or colleague went on vacation, uh, she was a chicken to do bungee jumping or to do skydiving. People can be anxious or afraid of doing many different things. And for me, I will confess, I hate, because I'm so anxious and nervous about getting medical injections. When I think of the needle just right now, going into my arm, I'm ready to jump out of my chair at the doctor's office. So yeah, I'm a big, big chicken about medical injections. The other one is moolah, Moolah. And that just means money, having money. So you may, hear the comment, oh, that family lives in a particular neighborhood, or they have a particularly large home because they must have a lot of moolah. Or you may say, as you go out to a restaurant with your friend and you forgot your credit card, so you may say to your dinner partner, by the way, do you have any moolah? I left my credit card at home, so could you pay for uh, both of our meals, for example, or that outfit must have cost a lot of moolah. So it's a fun way to talk about money, very casually and informally. The next one is Outta, Outta. It's really a contraction of two words, out, off, Outta. So you wouldn't pronounce the T as sharply like Outta, because that's too proper. So the T's would turn into D's, Outta. Let's get out of here. If you're listening to something, for example, okay, so you go to a presentation and it's really boring, and you may say, to your colleague, this is such a boring presentation, I can't wait to get out of here. Hopefully it won't be your presentation that's boring, but somebody else's. So it's similar to kinda, Kind, and then the other word OF. Instead of saying kind of, it's kind of cold in here. She is kinda um she is kinda smart about her career progression, you know. So outer, out, off. The next one is tight, Tight, tight. It means closely knit, or not closely knit, close knit. So a relationship could be very tight. So my my sister and I have a very tight relationship, or I've had a tight relationship with my friends from elementary school. That's tight, or you had a tight relationship, but once somebody left the town or the city, you lost contact. So the relationship is not as tight as it used to be. Okay. Yeah. So that's a good one. And then the last one is Zillion, Zillion. Sounds like million, zillion. And it has to do with a lot of moolah. So you may say, the house in that houses in those neighborhoods cost about a zillion moolah or $1 zillion, you know. So it's an exaggerated amount. It's not a mathematical amount. It's not a numerical amount. A zillion is an exaggerated large amount. So a zillion, anytime you want to use an exaggerated amount, how much did your your outfit cost? My goodness, you don't want to know. It's about $1 zillion for the whole outfit. I should have just bought the jacket, or I should have just bought, the pants, but the whole outfit cost a zillion bucks, right? So, it is, I like to use that, um, even though I don't like to exaggerate too much. You certainly can use it, especially if you don't necessarily want to tell people exactly how much your house cost or exactly how much your outfit costs. It's not their business. If you just want to just listen, how much did it cost? It's a zillion. It costs $1 zillion, and just make it a very light comment. So that's it. Let's call it a day for today. And I'm so glad that you're able to stay for part 1, 2, and now 3 in the series, and replay these 3 parts, because I think the more that you know idioms, uh, power vocabulary, and now slangs, gives you a much broader exposure to not only the English language, but to cultural understanding and cultural awareness of the American culture, and of course, the American workplace. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you've learned a few things, and I look forward to seeing you again in our next episode. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.